Merseyside Fire and Rescue Service is one of the most modern and progressive of its kind in Europe. You'd think that our business is essentially about responding to fire and putting out fire, and to a great extent you'd be right. But on the other hand, it's more than just fires. We are a rescue service, and we've diversified and expanded our service to meet the challenges and dangers of the 21st century. It's our duty to stay ahead technologically and to pick the best people to work for us and with us. It's also our responsibility to offer a forward-thinking, award-winning prevention service. But one issue that's often invisible and yet is a key responsibility for Merseyside Fire and Rescue Service is how we use our resources and funds in the best possible way to ensure public safety, sustain excellence and provide value for money. It takes on average 7 to 9 minutes for our crews to respond and reach an incident. But how do we make sure we can hit that vital emergency response time? Many people believe having a fire crew stationed on every street corner of every town and district, whilst unrealistic, would make them safer. But in the real world, this is not possible or even manageable. And even if it were, the tragic reality firefighters must face is that despite their courage and professionalism, most people die in fires before we are called. Nevertheless, a quick response is crucial, as our research shows if we can intervene before fires break out of the room of origin, we can save lives.
The whole thrust of our approach has been about having the right people and the right resources in the right place at the right time. And to do that, you have to analyse a great deal of data to get it right. We've analysed over 5 years of data. That's thousands, in fact hundreds of thousands of pieces of data. And we put that into a model which allows us to predict when and where fires are likely to occur. So I guess our job is to get the resources in the right place to be able to respond to those incidents as quickly as we can.
In short, it's time for us to be scientific. We need to be smarter. Information and how we use information is at the heart of improved emergency response. 5 years cumulative data has provided us with simulation models that cover more than 265,000 actual incidents attended by Merseyside Fire and Rescue Service. The models accurately simulate the deployment of appliances to incidents, tracking the actual appliances travelling to each incident. Knowing where the danger hotspots are and when they're likely to strike, it makes sense for us to think strategically. It comes down to being in the right place at the right time, like other emergency services using dynamic mobilisation. And it works.
Technology will never replace firefighters, but technology can help us better place firefighters to be able to respond to that risk as quickly as we possibly can.
Making our incident response proximity-based rather than station ground-based requires a different approach to managing risk. In this computer simulation, we can clearly see that there is little activity taking place during the early hours of the morning. However, wind forward to 1800 and there's lots of activity. Dynamic mobilisation also means exploring different ways of dealing with incidents, especially nuisance fires that can be costly in terms of resource and personnel. Our small fires unit has proven to be a fast, efficient response vehicle that can deal with rubbish fires safely and cost-effectively. The mobilisation of SFUs will improve and ensure the availability of appliances designed to deal with primary fires. Leading analysts for business management systems Process Evolution has independently and systematically evaluated our 5-year performance data. Their model simulation clearly proves that by reorganising some resources from the 2300 to 1100 period to busier times, we will deliver real efficiency and performance gains. The results are unequivocal and represent an opportunity for us to make a step change in our approach to risk management. We must also develop new shift patterns and new ways of working to take best advantage of these efficiency gains.
Clearly in this environment, what we can't afford to do is to make a change that doesn't work. That will impact on the safety potentially of fire officers. It will also impact on possibly both loss of life and damage to property of the public of Merseyside. The great benefit of what we've done is that we can now go forward and make changes to the way in which we deploy appliances within Merseyside in the knowledge that they will work, that they won't increase the danger to anyone, and indeed they will actually improve our ability to respond to incidents in a timely manner.
Merseyside Fire and Rescue Service is at the leading edge of risk management, and it needs to remain so, essentially because lives depend on it. And through its collaboration with partners such as Process Evolution, MF&RS is able to carry out its development strategy with quantifiable scientific precision. This is risk management at its best. The outcome for all will be improved quality of service and efficiency gains, and thereby the best fire and rescue safety for our businesses and communities.